So the other day I made a video about Rob Bailey going vegan, and I might have jumped the gun just a little bit, but I'm still not wrong about what I said about him. He is taking responsibility for what he eats, and he is trying to reduce the amount of suffering and death he causes with his food choices. But in the video he made trying to clear things up about his Facebook post, he still seemed a little confused, and he was still clinging on to myths that our society has created due to meat eating being such a cultural norm. And I'm not making this video to call him an asshole or hate on him, I'm just sharing my knowledge and wisdom so he can learn to better himself and live a better life.
Cow slaughter.
Wait, I don't want to watch it.
You have to watch it, dude. You gotta deal with the consequences of what you eat.
I don't want to watch it.
Now, I totally agree with Rob here, and a few times throughout the video he talks about taking responsibility for your actions, and I have a lot of respect for Rob for recognizing that his food choices are causing the suffering and death of other beings, but Rob goes off the rails a bit here.
We slaughtered a chicken the other day at my house.
Jesus.
I cut it, well, no, I cut it.
Say slaughter, harvested.
I harvested a chicken, and I cut his head off with an axe. No, but I cut his head off with a hatchet, and it wasn't that bad. Like, I felt bad, but it was quick. This fucking cow thing that I saw was not okay. Another reason that I'm fasting for so long, like I haven't eaten yet today, my last meal yesterday was at 8, is because I feel guilty eating fucking 6 to 8 ounces of protein every single fucking meal every 3 hours because I want to look like I'm fucking huge, right? And I'm gonna eat fucking 6 ounces of ground chicken, 6 ounces of ground turkey, 6 ounces of ground chicken, probably, is gonna be my meals today. Do I like that I'm doing that? No.
Okay, first of all, let's call things what they are. You don't harvest chickens, you kill chickens. You harvest corn, let's not use euphemisms. Secondly, I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to tell us that there's a humane method to slaughtering animals, but you're really just trying to fool yourself. You even said it yourself in the video. You felt bad after killing that chicken. If that's a humane way to slaughter, then why did you feel bad about it? There's this thing called empathy, and it's the ability to understand someone else's thoughts and emotions, and being able to put yourself into the position of someone else makes you an empathetic person. So if you were to put yourself into the position of that chicken, would you like to be held down and get your head cut off with an axe? I'm assuming you wouldn't because you felt bad for that chicken. You were able to put yourself into the mind of that animal and you understood that it wanted to live and enjoyed life just like you do. There's no good way of killing an animal, it's all wrong and you know that. That's why you feel bad doing it and that's why you constantly feel guilty eating meat. You even made a Facebook post talking about how your wife was crying after she found out that one of her chickens had died. It had died of natural causes. It wasn't murdered, it just died because it had some sort of birth defect. You nor her had any responsibility in its death, yet you still felt bad about it, and you're trying to tell me that there are humane ways to kill an animal when it hurts you just to see an animal die a peaceful death. Please, Rob, don't lie to yourself and don't be a hypocrite. Just accept that it's wrong to kill animals, at least for the reasons you're doing so, which brings me to my next point.
So I'm not necessarily vegan because I'll shrivel up to nothing. And I don't know if I can deal with that.
So the only reason you keep eating meat and causing the suffering and death of animals is because you think you need to eat meat to stay big and strong. Well, Rob, veganism is like 69. Everyone benefits, you can stay big and strong, keep getting big and strong, and you don't have to cause the suffering and death of animals and feel guilty for killing and eating them. Patrick Baboumian, vegan strongman who I mentioned before, just broke his own world record in the yoke lift, not shrinking, and he was kind enough to send you a message on Facebook trying to help you out. A personal friend of mine, Richard Campbell, before and after he was vegan, not shrinking. Nun Amin Ra, vegan powerlifter, set a deadlift world record in his weight class and not shrinking. Ryan Nelson, 6'4", 250-pound bodybuilder, not shrinking. 300-pound NFL defensive lineman David Carter went vegan and he's not shrinking. Do you get my point? You're not going to shrink if you go vegan, you just have to make sure you're getting enough nutrition, hence why I recommended Patrick Baboumian's book, The Rebellion. You're just falling for these nutritional myths, and for someone who's so obsessed with getting bigger and stronger, how about becoming stronger mentally? Instead of just believing what you've been told your entire life, why not take the steps that these athletes have taken and not let cultural norms dictate your actions, and do what's right ethically and what has been proven to support your health and athletic goals? So I'm calling Order 69 on Rob Bailey. Write Order 69 Go Vegan on his Facebook page and on the YouTube channels him and his wife manage. Make sure they both know that they can keep the lifestyle they have now and they don't have to cause the unnecessary suffering and death of animals. And of course, for all of you, keep making those vegan gains.
Beef. What a relief. When will this poisonous product cease? This is another public service announcement. You can believe it or you can doubt it. Let us begin now with the cow. The way it gets to your plate and how.
Hello, I'm Mr. Universe, otherwise known as Barney Duplessis, reigning champion 2014. This is Dennis, and this is Merlin. As you can see, we love animals. I wouldn't want to eat you, no. You might be tasty, but nah. So, yes, it's true. If you heard the rumours, whether or not you're interested or not is another matter. But yes, I am. I'm a vegan. Josie, my partner, and I've chosen to become vegans 3 or 4 months ago, and we're absolutely embracing and loving the lifestyle. We feel absolutely fantastic. We have decided to become vegans for various reasons, namely, obviously, the love of animals, the way animal production and the dairy industry and the mass sort of farming processes that are happening these days is just unethical, and we don't believe in it. So we decided that's obviously a factor in our reasoning. Our beliefs and our ethics don't run comfortably alongside the way of life that is tending to go. Now, another thing is this. We don't believe in GMO products, and we don't like the way the whole corrupt corporations work, and we refuse to give them any more of our money. So we have decided not to buy any products or put any of our money that fund any organisations that support GMO. Being a vegan, there's so many different areas. The pros far outweigh the cons.